Hey guys, so I'm here down on the San Juan. It's early February, just like last video. I've got, basically I'm starting with a bunny leech and then drop to a red annelid. That's kind of my go-to in the sort of winter time here. It's a beautiful day though. It's nice and warm. Still got a jacket on, about 40. It's going to reach about 50, so I'll probably take this off. I'm going to put quite a bit of weight. I did put a little weight on this, but I want to fish this deep. Again, the lake turned over, so the water's a little cloudy. Okay, so I want to get deep, and I want a larger fly, so that way they see it. And then, you know, a nice flashy red annelid. This is my pattern that I create. So this is my 10-foot 3-weight. You guys know I fish with it a lot. I love this rod, especially for this river. And it handles fish pretty good. I've caught, 20+ inch fish on this, and it handles them fine. But I got a new reel, Piscifun Sword 2. So you guys have seen the Sword. I've done some reviews on the Sword, and it's a good reel. For 50 something bucks, it's being fully machined, it's good. Just some things that they, wanted to improve on. I mean, really, in reality, this is a great reel for the price. It's a little more solid than the Sword, original Sword, the Sword 1. And I think it's a little lighter. So I'm excited to get out there and try this. Let's see how it works and see if I can catch some good fish. So I went fishing on the San Juan River early February with a friend of mine named Jeff. So we went directly to Big Rock Hole, which is behind the braids. I like this stretch of water, especially when the flows are low. Jeff took behind the rock, and I went right in front of the rock. And I started off using that New Zealand indicator system because it's so sensitive. I was also trying to drift as close to the rock as possible without snagging on it. There's a deep trench right in front of the rock, and sometimes fish will be stacked up alongside of it. But just a few minutes into fishing, Jeff hooked into a really good fish, and it took him a bit downriver in the fight. I was able to get down to him in enough time to film his release. Hey, nice fish, Jeff.
Yay. Nice job, man.
So back to my spot. But it looked like there was no fish in that trench. So I moved down behind the rock to fish the main channel. And sure enough, I hooked into a fish. A feisty little guy, but definitely not large. Maybe about 14 inches. So I didn't realize I was filming in 4K on my main camera, and the SD drive that I had couldn't handle it. So I was showing off a fish to a camera that was not filming at the time. We continued to fish that spot a little while longer, but neither of us got any more fish. And the rest of the braids was rather crowded that day, so we drove down to the Munoz parking lot, and we fished that stretch of water. We started here on the first run as you arrive, and almost instantly we were hooking into fish. Unfortunately, they were really small, and I didn't film all of them, but there had to have been at least 5 or more. So we decided to walk up further in search of bigger fish, to one of my favorite spots down this way. As you can see, there is a sandbar to stand on, and then a bit of a shelf. And many times along here I've seen large trout stack up. Unfortunately, we weren't catching very many large ones. There was a lot of smaller ones once again. Oops, he was foul hooked. Poor little guy. So I decided to throw on a slump buster to target larger fish, but deeper down. Unfortunately, it was a bit too deep. Oh, this one felt nice. Ah, that's why. Darn sticks. Then Jeff hooked into a decent one again.
Not bad.
Oh, quick release without a picture. Shortly after, he got another decent one, and I didn't get the hookup action. But what a nice fish. But the water was way too cloudy for a good underwater footage. Sorry, guys. Oh, Jeff on another decent one.
Nice.
I decided not to go film this one close, as it was nearing the end of the day, and I really wanted to catch some bigger fish. I will say that I really do like this reel, but hopefully soon I can hook into a bigger fish and test out the drag. Well, that was the end of the day. Even though I didn't catch anything really large, it was a fun day hanging out with Jeff. He is an excellent fisherman, who kicked my butt that day. Good job, man. So while today wasn't my best fishing day, I will say that both January and February are usually really good fishing on the San Juan. So don't just stop fishing if you live nearby. Come on over and fish the San Juan in the winter. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you like this sort of thing, please subscribe. Also, check the description section of the video. I have some great info about the trip there. I will see you on the next video. Now you go catch some fish.